On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Ecologist.
A person who studies the relationships between living organisms and their environment, the state of being outside or directed toward or relating to the outside or exterior.
Examples:
Behavioral ecologist. Forestry ecologist. The forestry ecologist studied the interactions between the different species in the forest's ecosystem.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Remotely.
At a distance, not directly or easily accessible.
Examples:
Remotely operate. Control remotely. The company can remotely access its employees' computers for troubleshooting purposes.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Canopy.
A covering, typically of fabric, supported on poles or suspended above a bed, throne, or other object, used to shelter or screen the person or object below it.
Examples:
Canopy layer. Under a canopy of smoke. The forest's canopy provides shade and protection for the plants and animals below.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Photosynthesis.
The process through which plants and other organisms transform light energy into chemical energy, which is then released through cellular respiration to power the organism's activities.
Examples:
Oxygenic photosynthesis. Process of photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, plants use carbon dioxide to feed themselves.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Oxide.
A chemical compound that contains at least one oxygen atom and one other element.
Examples:
Silver oxide. Combined oxide. The blood's red coloring comes from iron oxide.
Atmosphere.
The mass of air that surrounds the earth, the pervading tone or mood of a place, situation, or creative work.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. A convivial atmosphere. The spaceship began to burn up as it approached the Earth's atmosphere.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Nutrient.
Any substance that is essential for the maintenance and growth of living things.
Examples:
Nutrient medicine. A nutrient for hair. They used fast-acting nutrients on the flowers in the flower beds.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Biomass.
The total quantity of living matter in a given unit of environment, including plants, animals, and microorganisms.
Examples:
Biomass energy. Fuel biomass. The biomass in a forest can be measured by collecting and weighing all living plants within a specific area.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts. the structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Ecology.
The study of the relationships between living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment.
Examples:
Science of ecology. The ecology of the island. Many companies are now enthusiastically embracing the knowledge of ecology for sustainable development.
Terminal.
A building or place where buses, trains, or airplanes stop and where passengers or goods can be picked up or dropped off. Adjective, of or situated at the ends of a delivery route.
Examples:
Terminal disease. A terminal syllable. The terminal at the airport is where passengers catch their flights.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Microscope.
An instrument used to see objects or substances that are too small to be seen with the naked eye.
Examples:
Microscope slide. Electron microscope. I used an optical microscope to observe the small organisms in the water sample.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
Fungus infection. Symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Partnership.
The state of a cooperative relationship between people or groups, especially in business.
Examples:
Partnership across the Atlantic. Establish a partnership. The military partnership between the two countries created tension in the international community.
Symbiosis.
A close, prolonged association between two or more different species of organisms, typically to the advantage of all.
Examples:
Industrial symbiosis. Symbiosis establishment. The symbiosis between the coral and the algae is an important example of mutualism.
Mycorrhiza.
A mutually beneficial association between a fungus and the roots of a plant, in which the fungus helps the plant absorb water and nutrients, and the plant provides the fungus with sugars produced through photosynthesis.
Examples:
Mycorrhiza fungi. Orchid mycorrhiza. Some studies have shown that plants grown in soil with a high population of mycorrhizal fungi are more resistant to drought and disease.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
A background color. A criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods. Dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest. Hypha. A thread-like structure that is part of the vegetative growth of fungi and certain other microorganisms.
Examples:
Hypha of candida. Hyphal growth. In some fungi, the hyphae form a network called mycelium, which can spread over large soil or organic matter areas.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism. Foreground. The part of a view, picture, etc., that is nearest to the viewer.
Examples:
Foreground segmentation. Foreground galaxy. A happy group of friends occupies the foreground of the picture. Nucleate. Biology, to form or cause to form a nucleus, equals a part of the cell containing DNA and RNA. Adjective, having or occurring at a nucleus.
Examples:
Micronucleate cell. Nucleate a crystal. The primitive carbon compounds can nucleate on the surface of the plate. Spore. A reproductive cell that is capable of developing into a new individual without fertilization, especially one produced by certain bacteria, fungi, and algae.
Examples:
Anthrax spore. Spore reproduction. Bacteria and some algae also produce spores as a means of survival and dispersal, and they are often found in soil, water, and other environments. Unreal. Imaginary, not existing in fact. Examples: have an unreal feeling. Unreal situation. The idea of winning the lottery seemed so unreal that he didn't even bother buying a ticket.
Reproductive.
Connected with the process of reproduction, relating to reproducing babies, young animals, or plants.
Examples:
reproductive ability. During reproductive period. This documentary deals with the reproductive biology of the buffalo.
Entirely.
Completely.
Examples:
entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Transition.
The process or period of changing from one state or circumstance to another.
Examples:
transition phase. Ensure a smooth transition. The nation's healthcare system is in transition at the moment.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
for instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Circular.
Shaped like a circle, having a round form.
Examples:
circular economy. Non-circular orbit. The circular shape of the planet makes it difficult to determine which direction is north.
Nod.
To lower and raise one's head, sometimes several times, as to show approval, agreement, greeting, or confirmation.
Examples:
Nod at each other. Nod courteously. She nodded quietly in response to the question.
Symbiotic.
Involving two varieties of animal or plant, each of which supplies the conditions for the other to exist.
Examples:
Symbiotic economy. Symbiotic bacteria. We have a mutually symbiotic connection with them.
Nitrogen.
A chemical element with the symbol N and atomic number 7, which is a highly reactive element that forms part of many compounds, including amino acids and proteins.
Examples:
Heavy nitrogen. Nitrogen absorption. Nitrogen gas is used to inflate car tires because it does not react with rubber.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Usable.
Able to be used, fit or ready for use or service.
Examples:
Usable technology. Usable as office space. The device is only usable when it is connected to a power source.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Symbiont.
An organism that lives in symbiosis equals a close, prolonged association between two or more different species of organisms with another organism.
Examples:
Symbiont relationship. Intracellular symbiont. The symbiont in the plant's root system helps to provide the plant with nutrients.
Embedded.
Fixed firmly into the surface of something.
Examples:
Embedded systems. LED embedded glass. The embedded chip in my credit card allows me to make contactless payments.
Bacterium.
A very small, single-celled microorganism that lacks a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles.
Examples:
Bacterium infection. Any rod-shaped bacterium. The water in the lake was tested for harmful bacterium before it was deemed safe for swimming.
Decompose.
To break down or cause to break down over time into simpler substances or elements.
Examples:
Decompose matter. Decompose into simpler molecules. After the earthquake, many of the buildings in the city were left in ruins and began to decompose.
Archaea.
A group of single-celled microorganisms distinguished from bacteria by their unique cell wall structure and biochemical characteristics, which are found in extreme environments such as hot springs and salt flats.
Examples:
Archaea microorganism. Thermophile archaea. The study of archaea is important for understanding the origins of life on Earth.
Protist.
A diverse group of single-celled or simple multicellular organisms, including algae, amoebas, and slime molds, that do not belong to the plant, animal, or fungus.
Examples:
Eukaryotic protist. Protist organism. Some protists, such as algae, are autotrophic and produce their food through photosynthesis, while others, such as heterotrophic protists, obtain nutrients from other sources.
Microscopic.
Tiny, exceedingly precise and detail-oriented, of or used in microscopy.
Examples:
Microscopic inquiry. Microscopic analysis. Inspectors noticed microscopic cracks in the submarine's hull.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Biodiversity.
The number and variety of plants and animals that exist in a particular area or the world and make a balanced environment.
Examples:
Biodiversity conservation. Loss of biodiversity. The country was instrumental in promoting the Biodiversity Treaty.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
Astonishing achievement. Make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Coexist.
To live or exist together at the same time in the same place.
Examples:
Coexist with nature. Coexist with diversity. The different species can coexist in the same ecosystem by filling different niches and using different resources.
Microbe.
A tiny living thing that can only be seen with a microscope and that may cause disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic microbe. Microbe sterilizer. Microbes thrive on the surface of the human skin.
Microbiome.
The community of microorganisms equals living things too small to be seen, that can usually be found living together in any given environment or the human body.
Examples:
Skin microbiome. Have a diverse microbiome. The gut microbiome is a major producer of serotonin, which is necessary for human mental stability.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Breakthrough.
A sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development that helps to improve a situation or provide an answer to a problem.
Examples:
Breakthrough in the negotiations. Breakthrough discovery. A technique called deep learning has led to breakthroughs in AI.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Unprecedented.
Never having been seen, done, or known before.
Examples:
Unprecedented boom. Unprecedented business opportunity. Unprecedented amounts of heckling and slogan shouting took place throughout the event.
Projection.
The act of calculating or guessing, or the state of being estimated, any solid shape or object that juts out from something, an image on a screen cast from something.
Examples:
Draw a projection chart. Projection mapping. The weather forecast includes a projection of the high and low temperatures for the next week.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Gut.
The long tube in the body of a person or animal through which food passes when it leaves the stomach, the mental strength or bravery required to do something difficult or unpleasant.
Examples:
The blind gut. Gut feelings. He told me a gut-wrenching truth about my parents' death.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Microbiology.
The study of microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, fungi, and algae, and their role in various fields such as medicine, agriculture, and the environment.
Examples:
A specialist in microbiology. Microbiology laboratory. The field of microbiology includes the study of bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microorganisms.
Digestive.
Relating to or capable of causing or promoting digestion of food.
Examples:
Digestive juices. A digestive enzyme. A nutritious diet improves the digestive functions.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples:
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Transplant.
To move or transfer something from one place or person to another, to take living tissue or an organ from one person, animal, part of the body, etc., and put it into or onto another.
Examples:
Transplant a heart. Transplant my family to America. He tried to transplant the seedling into a larger pot.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Microorganism.
A very small living thing that may exist in its single-celled form or as a colony of cells and is too small to be seen without a microscope.
Examples:
Pathogenic microorganism. Microorganisms in his gut. This microorganism is a producer of respiratory disease.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Metric.
Using or relating to the meter as a unit of length, a system of related measures that facilitates the quantification of some particular characteristic.
Examples:
Metric units. Key performance metrics. In the metric system, measurements are made in meters and liters.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Variable.
Likely to change or very often, noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples:
A variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Fertility.
The state or quality of being able to produce babies, young animals, fruit, or new plants.
Examples:
Soil fertility. Fertility above replacement. The sperm count is used as an indicator of male fertility.
Colonize.
To establish a colony in or on a specific place, to settle or occupy in large numbers.
Examples:
Colonize planets. Colonize for cultivation. European powers colonized much of the Americas in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Threefold.
3 times as great or as many.
Examples:
Rise nearly threefold. Threefold increase. The price of the item was reduced threefold after the sale.
Variation.
The act or state of changing, a difference or change in the way something is done, made, or said.
Examples:
Variation of temperature. Gene variation. There is a lot of variation in the colors of flowers in the garden.
Correlation.
A statistical relationship between two variables in which one variable is affected by the other. A reciprocal relation between two or more facts, numbers, etc.
Examples:
Ecological correlation. Correlation coefficient. There is a strong correlation between education level and income.
Imply.
To indicate the truth or existence of something without referring to it.
Examples:
Imply a strong correlation. Imply the presence of alien. The salespeople speak in technical terms to imply that they are more knowledgeable than the customer.
Colon.
The punctuation mark, used to introduce a list, summary, explanation, etc., or before reporting what someone has said, a significant part of the large intestine, the final section of the digestive system.
Examples:
Colon examination. The colon at the end of the sentence. Consumption of vegetables may aid in the prevention of colon cancer.
Adjacent.
Next to, close to, or adjoining something.
Examples:
Adjacent to his house. Adjacent houses. Our country has military alliances with adjacent countries.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Strain.
A force or pressure that stretches or pulls something, sometimes causing damage. Biology, a group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups.
Examples:
Strain our eyes. A strain of bacillus. Dictators of the past often had the erroneous idea of a pure racial strain.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Re-willed.
To restore an area of land to its natural state, especially by reintroducing locally extinct species.
Examples:
rewild land, rewild an area. The government is considering a plan to rewild certain areas by reintroducing native species and removing non-native ones.
Reintroduce.
To bring back something that has been previously abolished or discontinued.
Examples:
reintroduce species, reintroduce capital punishment. The government is planning to reintroduce wolves to the national park to restore the balance of the ecosystem.
Timber.
The wood of trees cut and prepared for construction.
Examples:
timber construction, standing timber. The house uses sturdy timber and has withstood many storms.
Forestry.
The science, art, and practice of managing forests, including planting, cultivating, and caring for trees and conserving and developing natural forests.
Examples:
a forestry school, sustainable forestry. The forestry industry plays a crucial role in the management and conservation of forests around the world.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
a peaceful landscape, landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Rhetoric.
Speech or writing intended to please or persuade someone, the art or study of using language effectively and persuasively in spoken or written form.
Examples:
the rhetoric of a debate, high-flown rhetoric. He was known for his powerful rhetoric and ability to persuade people with his words.
Kingdom.
The country ruled by a king or queen.
Examples:
establish his kingdom, a subordinate kingdom. By remaining neutral, this kingdom continued to exist.
Collaboration.
The act or situation of working together to create or produce something.
Examples:
collaboration between companies, collaboration platform. The partnership program requires a mutual collaboration between both agencies.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
charity work, ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Acre.
A unit of land area in the U.S. customary system and the British imperial system, equal to 4,840 square yards, equals 4,047 square meters.
Examples:
Half-acre parcel. An acre of forest. The farm covers over 200 acres of land.
Hectare.
A unit of area equal to 10,000 square meters.
Examples:
Hectare land. Housing per hectare. The farm spans over 100 hectares of land.
Randomize.
To arrange or select by or depending on chance, to make something random.
Examples:
Randomize variables. Randomize the order of the numbers. The study participants were randomized into 2 groups to control for bias.
Analogous.
Similar or equivalent in some respects, typically as a result of functioning in a similar way.
Examples:
Analogous fashion. Entirely analogous. The human heart is analogous to a pump in a plumbing system.
Straightforward.
Easy to do or understand, or simple, free from ambiguity.
Examples:
Straightforward manner. Make a straightforward dash. The defendant gave a straightforward and accurate description of the accident.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Seedling.
A young plant that has just germinated and has not yet developed leaves or true roots.
Examples:
A green seedling. Seedling tray. The seedlings in the garden needed to be thinned out to have enough space to grow.
Harbor.
An area of water next to the coast where ships and boats are protected from rough water by piers, jetties, and other artificial structures. Verb, keep in one's possession.
Examples:
A sheltered harbor. Harbor a resentment. The tsunami swamped every boat in the harbor.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Manipulate.
To influence or control something or someone to your advantage, often in an unfair or dishonest way.
Examples:
Manipulate figures. Vulnerable to manipulate. Please tell me how to manipulate this computer.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples:
Emphasize her words. Emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Large scale.
Involving many people or things, and involving a lot of change or activity.
Examples:
Large-scale project. Large-scale agriculture. The company is planning to make a large-scale expansion of its factory.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Generalize.
To make something, such as a theory, idea, etc., more widespread or widely applicable based on what is true in some cases.
Examples:
Generalize Kepler's first law. Generalize sophisticatedly. It's dangerous to generalize about people.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Reduction.
A decrease in size, amount, or degree.
Examples:
Reduction strategy. A gradual reduction. The reduction in carbon emissions has been significant since the implementation of the new policy.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Modify.
To change something slightly, such as a plan, option, law, etc., especially to make it more suitable for a particular purpose.
Examples:
genetically modify food. Modify my behavior. We use adverbs to modify verbs and adjectives.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Monoculture.
The cultivation of a single crop or type of animal over a wide area.
Examples:
monoculture strategy. Corn monoculture. Monoculture farming can also increase the risk of pests and diseases, as the lack of diversity makes it easier for these organisms to spread and cause harm to the crop.
Agroecosystem.
An agricultural ecosystem, including the plants and animals that are grown or raised, the environment in which they are grown, and the people who work the land.
Examples:
agroecosystem environment. Agroecosystem function. Managing agroecosystems involves deciding what crops to plant, how to control pests and diseases, and how to conserve soil and water resources.
Remark.
A comment or observation, or something said or written about a particular subject or situation. Verb, to give a spoken statement on a particular subject or situation.
Examples:
a flattering remark. Remark dripping with bitterness. His candid remark at the meeting sparked a lively discussion among the attendees.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences. Able to feel or perceive others' feelings. Susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples:
sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Novel.
An extended fictional work in prose, usually in the form of a story. Adjective, original and of a kind not seen before.
Examples:
Historical novel. Novel effect. The novel has largely gotten positive feedback.
Pathogen.
A bacterium, virus, or other microorganism that causes disease.
Examples:
Plant pathogen. The pathogen in the air. mRNA vaccines are approved faster because they do not contain inactivated pathogens.
Reliant.
Needing something or something to continue, to work correctly, or to succeed.
Examples:
Heavily reliant on oil. Export-reliant economy. The company is heavily reliant on its overseas operations for revenue.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Externality.
A cost or benefit that affects a third party who did not choose to incur that cost or benefit.
Examples:
Externality costs. Network externality. The negative externality of pollution affects not just the polluter, but also people living in the surrounding area.
Computation.
The act or process of calculating something, especially an answer or amount, by using a machine or calculator.
Examples:
Parallel computation. Theory of computation. The researcher demonstrated the superiority of quantum computation in several mathematical tasks.
Lean.
Having a noticeably small amount of body fat. Verb, to bend or move from a straight to a sloping posture.
Examples:
A lean horse. Lean athletic figure. Lean operational improvements often lead to better environmental performance.
Reservoir.
A natural or artificial lake used to store water for community use, a large or extra supply of something.
Examples:
A reservoir of facts. Water reservoir. The machine pumps up crude oil from a deep underground reservoir.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Yield.
The total output of crops, profits, etc. that are produced. Verb, to produce or supply helpful something, such as a profit, an amount of food, or information.
Examples:
Corn yield. The yield on the bond. The company's stock gives a high yield.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Terrestrial.
Of or relating to the earth, relating to or inhabiting the land or the ground as opposed to the sea or air.
Examples:
Terrestrial planets. Terrestrial heat. Terrestrial longitude is measured in degrees east or west of the prime meridian.
Inhabit.
To live in a specific location, to reside.
Examples:
Inhabit a cave. Inhabit the stomach. I have no idea what sort of folks inhabit the neighborhood.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Sequoia.
A huge evergreen tree that is native to California and has a straight trunk and a narrow, conical crown, which is a type of redwood.
Examples:
A giant sequoia. Sequoia National Park. The sequoia tree is known for its massive size and long lifespan.
Sphagnum.
A type of moss that grows in wet areas, such as bogs and marshes, known for its ability to absorb and retain large amounts of water.
Examples:
The sphagnum paluster. Sphagnum bog. The structure of sphagnum moss is well suited for retaining water.
Moss.
A small, soft plant that grows in a low, compact layer, often on the ground or on rocks.
Examples:
Green moss. Moss garden. Moss grows in damp, shaded areas and is often found on the forest floor.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.